Hi everyone, welcome back to Ask a CPA, where we answer your burning questions about taxes, finance, and everything in between. I'm Brett Phillips, and today we have a question from Marie in Dallas, Texas. Now Marie asks, how do you pay yourself through an LLC? Well, this is a great question, Marie, and one that we hear quite often. If you're running an LLC and wondering about the best ways to get paid, then this video is for you, so let's get started. First things first, let's briefly talk about what an LLC is. So an LLC stands for a limited liability company, and it's a popular business structure because it offers liability protection like a corporation, but with the tax flexibility of a partnership or sole proprietorship. Now, how you pay yourself from your LLC depends on how your LLC is classified for tax purposes. So let's start with the simplest form, the single-member LLC, often called a disregarded entity for tax purposes. In this case, the IRS treats the LLC as a sole proprietorship. So how do you pay yourself? Well, you pay yourself through owner's draws, which are simply withdrawals from the business account to your personal account. Now, these are not classified as wages, so you don't have to withhold payroll taxes. However, keep in mind that you will need to pay self-employment taxes, which include Social Security and Medicare, on your net income from the business. So make sure you set aside money for these taxes throughout the year to avoid any surprises come tax time. Next, we have the Multi-Member LLC, which is treated as a partnership for tax purposes by the IRS. So how do you pay yourself in this scenario? Well, each member of the LLC will take out distributions for their share of the profits. Now, these are similar to owner's draws, but for multiple members. So you might receive guaranteed payments, which are similar to a salary and are made regardless of the profitability of the business. Just like a sole member or a single member LLC, you'll need to pay self-employment taxes on your share of the income, including any guaranteed payments. Now, what if your LLC elects to be taxed as an S-corporation? Now, this is a popular option for many LLCs because it can be very tax advantageous by minimizing the amount of self-employment tax that you pay. So now you must pay yourself a reasonable salary, which means you become an employee of your LLC. This salary is subject to payroll taxes just like any of your other employees' wages would be. Now, in addition to your salary, you can take a distribution for the remaining profits. Now, these distributions are not subject to self-employment tax, which can lead to significant tax savings. So remember, the key here is that the salary must be reasonable. The IRS scrutinizes this closely, so don't try to underpay yourself to avoid income taxes. Now, to come up with the reasonable salary, look for similar jobs to see what they are paying. Depending on your business's net income, your salary should be at least 30%. So for example, let's say your business grosses $300,000 of total top line revenue. You have operating expenses of $200,000, which leaves you $100,000 of net income. Depending on your industry, you'd want to pay yourself at least $30,000 of wages. Now the remaining $70,000 can be withdrawn as a distribution. And the benefit of the S-corporation is that you only pay SE taxes on the $30,000 of wages. In this example, the S-corporation would have saved you 15.3% of the $70,000 or $10,710. Now here are a few practical tips for paying yourself through an LLC. Now first, separate your accounts. So always keep your personal and business finances separate. Use a dedicated business bank account for all business activity. Second, make regular payments. So set a regular schedule for taking draws or paying yourself to maintain consistency and discipline. Third, consult with a CPA. So tax laws are complex and vary by state. So consult with a CPA to ensure that you are compliant and making the best financial decisions for your situation. Now that's it for today's episode of Ask a CPA. I hope this helps clarify how to pay yourself through an LLC. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for more great financial tips and advice. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments down below and we'll cover them in a future video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care.